Anyway, let's crack on. We've got the Sunday Express, and with tensions soaring in the east, China is flexing its muscles, Dane.
Yeah, according to the Daily Express, China has warned Taiwan that they will smash them to smithereens as tensions soar, as the US have appeared to be back in Taiwan following Nancy Pelosi's visit. And in response, the Chinese military has launched military drills in territory close to Taiwan. For those who don't know, China fails to recognise Taiwan as a separate nation and considers it a part of Chinese territory. They've begun these military drills. The US continue to back Taiwan and prevent an occupation from the People's Republic, but they have also spoken to strategists who say that the US entering into any kind of conflict with China will bode very badly and could lead to the loss of up to 900 warplanes if there was to be a conflict with the Asian nation.
So the US would lose 900 warplanes, right?
Just for start.
How many has it got?
I reckon they do pretty well, to be honest. It's probably not
as long as it's
track.
got loads more than that, I'm fine with that. Ben, do you think this is something?
I mean, it's good that we can laugh about this now. This is quite a terrifying story, isn't it? And it's been sort of bubbling up for a long time. But the language, smash them to smithereens. That's right up there with my daddy's bigger than your daddy.
Yeah. And really, this conflict does come down to dads, doesn't it? Because it's forefathers who've now seen Taiwan being separated. But yeah, this has been ongoing, and this goes back to tensions that have been alive as far back as World War II.
Yeah.
And it's not something that China's let go, and as they have risen to a more prolific position on a global stage, examples of trying to re-annex Hong Kong, they're definitely flexing their muscles.
As well.
And exactly. And what you don't normally want if another country appears to be flexing their muscles is Americans going, don't do that, we got muscles too. That's always a bad sign. Well,
America's had a deal with Taiwan, I think going back to the 50s or possibly even the Second World War, where they will protect Taiwan. It's almost like a NATO type agreement. If there's, if Chinese soldiers set foot on Taiwan soil, then America will step in. And in fact, in Russia, there's a saying that says, it's called a Chinese final warning, and it's a warning that carries no weight, because apparently there's been like 900 Chinese final warnings about, American military sorties in the region.
Yeah.
But now it's now that China's actually got the sort of military clout to do something about it, it's looking more...
I wouldn't underestimate 900 warnings, because China has one of the biggest populations in the world. So maybe 900 people did give a warning, but there's plenty more where that came from. And depending on, you've got a population that's that large, maybe need that many warnings. But to us, that might be like a third warning.
Right.
Just based on having to adjust it for population size.
Yeah.
But yeah,
billions of people.
I agree with Ben. It's very scary. I think when there are rising tensions between nations, the last thing you need is the American military-industrial complex being involved in any kind of resolution of conflict, which was not helped by the Biden administration going to visit.
I'm looking forward to Trump getting back in and sorting it out.
You mean the guy who came back from North Korea? That went well, didn't it?
Well, there wasn't any of this when Trump was in power. Everybody was scared of him because he was so, they were like, well, he might actually do it. Now everything's, moving chess pieces on a board. People like Putin in China
so everyone else is playing political chess and Trump is playing checkers.
Yeah.
You think that's the safest strategy to go with?